Hello, and welcome back to F1 97. Last time out, we had a rough race. We didn't finish. We DNF'd both races. So, I've made a little bit of changes. I switched back to the automatic gearbox, which we did well at the first race at least for most of it. We're back on a track I know, so this is Imola or San Marino, whichever one you prefer. Obviously, I'm not on a quick lap right now. I had to spin right before I decided to start recording. But yeah, I think we're going to be okay in qualifying. I put down like a 1:22.9. I think I can go quicker than that if I hook everything up correctly. So we're going to jump into qualifying and we're going to see how we do. So we're down in qualifying here for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, I believe that's what it's currently called, or San Marino. And we're going to try our best. 1:22 is probably not going to be perfect here, but we're going to just do what we can. Already get a poor start, but it's okay. It's just going to be a banker lap, and then we'll just try to slowly build on it. So 1:25 is not where we want to be. We're about, I think, probably like 8 seconds off of where we should be. So we're going to keep pushing. So I believe we only have 6 laps of fuel on board. So that means laps 4 and 5 are going to be very important for us to try and get a good time on the board. It's not bad. A 1:23.7 or a 1:23.3, we can improve. I think we had a rough first sector, but the rest of it was okay. I don't want to screw this up at the line. That's a 1:22.4. That's a lot better than I've been doing so far. That's half a second better than what I did in qualifying. I'm sure as I grind out the rest of these laps that I'll get a better time. So I feel very foolish. I just only took 3 laps of fuel. I did not mean to do that. We're currently 11th place, ahead of Mikasalo, and not that far behind Hill. So that's good news. I think we can break into the 1:21s, and that'd move us kind of into the top 10. But with only 3 laps of fuel, I'm going to have to come back in again immediately. I find the way they pick fuel on this game to be very difficult for no reason. I get it's supposed to be like a time-sensitive game or whatever, but that's just a bit silly. It was way better on F1 2000 that I did a playthrough of, because it would let you pick the fuel. It would just automatically be chosen out, what kind of fuel you can choose, and then you can adjust that whether you want to later stop or if you don't want to stop again, stuff like that. So bit disappointing that they do it this way in this game, because otherwise it is a lot better, but yeah, bit difficult. So we're pretty much going to do out lap, hot lap, in lap, and then go to the end. I made a mistake in this final sector. It's maybe barely better. We're going to basically have time to do the same thing again. I think had I not made all those mistakes, I could have made it into the 1:21s. Okay, 4 laps of fuel this time, and I think I can do that 12th lap then. That makes more sense. So we're currently down in 17th. We need a little bit more pace, I would say. We'll see what we can do with these next 2 running laps. Alright, here we go for our final 1 of 2 laps here. We got to make these count. Bit of a spin into that final bit, and just not as fast. I'm really hoping this last lap goes well. So where does that leave us? It's going to be a 1:21.2. That's great. That's way better than what we've done. So where does that put us on the grid? We'll have to see. So we're going to line up P13 on the grid for the race. That is pretty good. I actually am pretty happy with that. This qualifying sessions are usually pretty difficult in these games, so we'll hope for better in the race. And yeah, just been really good. We are here on the grid at the San Marino Grand Prix. If we can get a good clean weekend and a nice start, I imagine points are on the table as we're 5 red lights and underway here. Good start. Trying to get as much slipstream as possible from the Sauber as we do. And we're going to get a good start. Up to 8th. Make a bit of a mistake through that chicane, but not too bad. Now we're going to be working on the Ferrari here, which we do. We collide a little bit, a lot of it. But we're not too bad, so we'll carry on. So we're in 7th. At this point, I'll take any points I can get, as it's round 4 and we're currently still at nothing. As we do see 3 cars in front of us, I would like to think more points than just one is on the table, but we can't be too greedy and can't get ahead of ourselves here. Still got to make it into the points. So you really do have to be careful not to touch any of the grass or really any of the curbs, because that is pretty much an instant spin, and it's so hard to wrap your head around. Starting to see them more and more every lap. Just have to put together a good second sector, which seems to be where I'm losing most of my time.
He's losing ground.
Right there is a good example of don't touch the grass or the curbs. So we're here on lap 5. We're still in 7th place. We're getting ready here to make a pit stop, but we're hoping for something to happen here in front of us, as something does. That was good timing. It appears Coulthard's made a bit of a mistake, and we're going to get up to 6th place. That is Ralph Schumacher in front of us. So the team want us to pit right now. I think we're going to have to listen to them. Into the pits here pretty quickly. So an okay stop. We did have to change the rear wing. Unfortunately, that's automatic. We're still in 8th place, with no one really ready to pass us, so I would imagine they're all going to have to pit as well, as I don't think anyone's pit yet this lap. We're still in... Oh, we've made it back up to 7th, so that's good news. So I think we just have one more car we need to overtake, and then we're back into the points. That would be Fisichella or Berger, but we're quite a ways off. So hopefully on this lap we'll make another overtake in the pit lane. So only 3 more laps to go, and we're not catching anyone. I don't know if there's anyone who's going to pit again with only 3 laps left. So we're going to have to push as hard as we can. Maybe next race we'll have to set the car up so we don't pit during the race. 2 laps to go, we're in 7th. That's going to be such a disappointing position for us. Unless we can find someone here soon. We're pushing as hard as we can. As I've spun. No. That pretty much ruins us as we've hit one of the McLarens. Not good from us. I think it's going to be 7th place here today. So final lap here. Obviously I don't think we're going to be making much positions up, as we're nowhere near a car in front. We're going to have to change strategy next time around, but we're moving forward. As I don't think I'm going to make up 12 seconds on Fisichella on this lap alone. I'm hoping the next few races go better, because obviously we need points, but Imola is one of my favorite tracks, so I don't know, maybe it's just this game, because the chicane is quite awkward here. So it is a Williams 1-2 here today. So nothing's happened for us to get a point, but we've come so close. That was a pretty good race, all things considered. We'll take 7th place. After how it's been going, we'll have to take it. So 7th place, about 33 seconds behind, and Fisichella was 18 seconds behind. Maybe had we not spun, we'd have been okay. but still our best finish of the season so far. So let's take a quick look at the points. We still have 0 points, of course. Heinz-Harald Frentzen is in the lead with Jacques Villeneuve 2nd, Michael Schumacher 3rd, Gerhard Berger in 4th, Eddie Irvine 5th, and Ralf Schumacher 6th. Benetton, our team, is still in 3rd, however that was all from Berger and not us, but we are working forward. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time at whatever this Grand Prix is, it doesn't say. So thanks for watching.